Hey, what's all this then? Let's turn down the audio a bit. We're gonna play Parkitect today. It's a great new game from Steam. So let's play. Alright, so in Parkitect, you have a number of different areas. Let's go to options first. I'm going to turn back this sound. There we go. That should be a little bit better. And of course you have controls. Everything is pretty much mouse driven, as you can see. And then graphics, I'm running this on, you have all kinds of graphics options, of course. Detail level, stuff like that. So you can see it's not just like little slidey things, or like little just boom, 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 right? You can slide and really, right? Kind of just get it to where you want it. Okay, so let's sit back. So there's a campaign, but we're not going to play that. The first couple missions are tutorials in existing parks. So we're going to play the game, and I'm going to kind of teach you as I go along. So this is going to be part one of a series, and we're going to build us a nice park. It's a lot of fun, so let's go in. And let's do a new park, and I'm going to do this as a sort of sandbox. So actually, let me jump out of this for a second. Let's load park. Nope. Keep messing this up because I'm starting a new one for this. There we go. Let's see. What are we looking for? These are all the tutorials. And this is not what I want. Oh my goodness, where did it go? Forgetting if I'm hitting that or if I'm doing load park. So I have a couple started. And let me see, because it's not going to be a lot of fun if I do with one that I've always been doing, right? Rather boring. Let's see what we have here with this one. What Parkitect is, if you're familiar, and you've played it back in the day, is Rollercoaster Tycoon. So this is the kind of spiritual successor of the first two, with a bit of the third one mixed in. So what we're going to try to do is build a park. We have a $2 million budget. You can play this in sandbox as well. So let's sort of look around here. Let's swing our park around. Middle mouse button. And there we go. There's our little park entrance. So we can click on this and we can charge our admission. So I'm going to keep this at $10. And I'm going to close it right now because I'm going to put in a few rides. Okay, so let's close this up. All right. What's really, really fun here, makes this game different from Rollercoaster Tycoon, is that in that you built shops and things like that, right? And things were just supplied, and your janitors did their work and everything like that. Well, this ups it a little bit, and this little group of buildings we're going to start talking about first. Okay. So this is your little. This is like the big supply depot. So using your imagination, this is where things are dropped off for the park. Here you actually have a staff room. And so in your staff room, this is where your staff kind of hangs out to get away from all the craziness. It's a training room. You can actually train your staff. So you can have exciting like level 10 janitors and stuff like that. This is a supply depot. What this does is this actually supplies shops, and you can actually create a whole underground network. And the reason for that is because guests don't like to have, they don't want to see the sort of behind the scenes stuff because that lowers the immersion and stuff like that. So that's why we have fences, and we want to hide all this stuff because we know that people really don't want to know what goes on behind the scenes. All right, so if we go down here, let's see. We have, I think we should have everything researched. Let's see if everything is researched or if we're starting completely fresh. We check the coasters. Yeah, so I've set this up so that we have pretty much everything researched. If you play the game from one of the existing scenarios or you play the campaign, you also have to do research. But we're going to be doing some financials, okay, because since I didn't set this as unlimited or anything like that. So here's our spreadsheet. But this is basically just to show you how to play the game. So what all I did was just make the basic park entrance, this opening plaza, threw in a couple statues, so we can zoom in, and there you can see. So I'm running this on a laptop right now. I'm going to be getting a new PC, and I'll be able to run this at higher resolution. But it's actually, the game itself is very low poly anyhow. It's a lot of fun. So let's begin, right? Let's go over with the buttons first. So when we click on guests, right now we don't have any guests, but we're going to be able to see all these indicators. Well, happy, their tiredness, hunger, thirst, toilet, that's even important. Nausea, that comes from the rides, especially the coasters. Immersion has to do with how you decorate your park and just how they feel as if they're in another world, I suppose. Now here you can click on each guest. You can get their thoughts, what's going on, and that kind of helps you to improve your park. And then basically what guests are doing, okay? So that takes care of guests. This is kind of an overall, right, about your attractions, that you're going to get to see some things about your attractions. So for the rides, the shops, your employees, and people, okay? And of course you can sort these by profits if you want, by satisfaction. Okay, so let's close this window. This is really, really, really fun. And if you've played the Rollercoaster Tycoon games, you'll absolutely love this. This is just a real joy. And I hope you can hear me well enough. I'm having some sound trouble with this. If I had more subscribers and stuff, I would probably try a Patreon to try to help with a new PC, but I'll muddle through. Okay, so here's where you can hire your staff. So you have janitors, obvious what they do. Haulers, these are the people that actually take supplies to the shops that we're going to build. That's their job, okay? And also even ride parts. So you have to worry about ride parts, and you have to make sure that you create these specialized paths, which we'll get to. Mechanics, their job is to maintain the rides. Then we got the police, and the police are security. So you can have vandalism in your park, and these gals and guys take care of that. Entertainer, these are the people that run around in skins, and right now there's only, 4 choices. I know you had a lot more in expansions in Rollercoaster Tycoon. Plunk a few of these down. They help with guest happiness and immersion. All right, then we go over here and you can see what your staff is doing, and then you can actually create zones. So if you want to make just areas of your park, and you want to keep employees in certain areas of the park and keeping things maintained, whether it be the rides, the shops stocked, or anything like that, you can create that. Okay, so that takes care of pretty much that. I have research already done. So, but you can hire new research teams, and when you do that, you can have them research anything from comm rides, thrill rides, coasters, transport rides, so that's like monorails, things like that, water ride shops, decorations, okay? And then here you can see, you can set your budget if you want. And as you hear in the background, and you can see, you even have weather effects, which in the scenario editor you can actually turn off weather. You can customize the type of weather. You can have no rain at all. You can generate random maps in this game. What we have here is really, really, really large. Again, just generating this just for fun. Okay. So now let's go down here and let's start. Everything is tabbed. Floating windows, which is really nice. So then we have comm rides, everything from merry-go-rounds or carousels, depending upon which side of the pond you're on. We've got thrill rides. So you've been to parks, you've been to carnivals, you can see all this stuff. So these are called flat rides, right? These things, comm rides, these thrill rides, these are called flat rides in the industry. And I know that from actually, pardon the thunder, working in the industry. Coasters, all kinds of coasters, and you can build coasters. There are some included. I'm going to just probably plunk some of these down, and then we're going to maybe even try to build a coaster, just some sort of simple wooden coaster so you can see how that works. Transport rides. These pretty much, again, you just build. So we have everything, suspended monorails, little miniature railways, miniature monorails, suspended, all kinds of stuff like that. Elevators, so you can make a multi-level park if you want, which is a lot of fun. Water rides, pretty self-explanatory, right? Log flumes, splash battles, paddle boats, submarines, things like that. So we have the rides. We move over here in this tab. Pardon me. Park utilities. So we already have these already set, but over here, these are transport tubes. And what these do is you can sort of just create underneath all these paths that can go to the shops like that. And that way guests don't see what's going on. So if you care about that, you can certainly build that. I think what we're going to do is kind of build a sort of little just trashy park. Why not? Shops. We got shops. Oh yeah, we got shops. Good money makers. So balloons, burgers, Chinese foods. You can have a customizable shop that you can sort of make it whatever you want. Hot drinks, all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of choices in shops. This one is one you'll be using a lot. Effects, right, or decoration. So you've got walls, trees, windows. You've got lights, particle effects, decorative lights. So when we click on decorative lights, you know, we can have outdoor wall lamps and stuff like that. Letters, so you can have like 3D letters in your park, all kinds of stuff like that. Nature, all kinds of things. You've got cacti, flowers, other sorts of plants, rocks. Yeah, what would a park be without rocks, right? Topiary. I'm not sure how I feel about topiary. Trees. And again, you can see if I plunk. Let's just plunk down a fir tree here and I'll show you. Because we said that this was very low poly, and it is. But anyhow, you just kind of left click. And there you go, just like magic. It's a low poly fir. But remember, right? You're going to be playing. You're not going to be down in the branches of the tree, right? This is popping in while we're thinking about it. Okay. So yeah, you can just decorate. So this, all kinds of things. Then you go over here, and this one you're going to be really using a lot. These are path attachments. So benches, lamps, signs, so your guests don't get lost. Trash bins and TVs. I've never messed with TVs in the parks that I'm doing, so I have no idea what's going on with TVs. Maybe I'll try sometime. So yeah, benches. But we'll get back to that. And this little dropper is really cool. So let's say that you're building, and let's I'll come back to this in a second. Let's go to pathing. Let me show you that, and then we'll go back to the eyedropper, and I'll show you what's going on with that. All right. So we've got 3 different types of paths. This is the main path. All right, and let's set this to cobblestone. So you can choose, concrete, dirt, cobblestone, gravel, sidewalk type slabs, wood, brick, stone blocks, metal. Although you'd have to be a real sadist to do metal on parks. That would hurt. Of course, you can repaint everything. So these are the paths. These first ones. These are the paths that your guests are going to follow. So let's just you click and drag. And also, I should say, if you want to play completely sandbox, you can set up your scenario such that you have unlimited funds. That's very, very easy to do. For 2 million, though, I think we're going to be okay for a while. Okay, so now we have a little path going here. The next one, the stripy one, this has to do with, these are queuing lines for rides. So once we get a ride in the park, we'll set up a queue line. And then these are the employee paths. And the employees will follow these paths. So you can see they connect from here. And they go to supply the shops. This is the janitors will be going with the trash back to the trash bins. All that kind of fun stuff, right? So, yeah, next time you go to Disney World or Cedar Pines or Six Flags, there you go. If you're in Holland, you could go to the Efteling, which nobody knows what an Efteling is, but it's a big amusement park here in Holland. I'm not going to be here anymore to see, but I've been there a couple times, and it's a lot of fun. They've got a couple cool coasters. So if you like coasters, there you go. All right, so our park's closed, and I like to do that just to have some freedom to build some initial attractions. So let's do that. Let's see, did we cover everything here? Oh, I wanted to get back to the eyedropper. That's right. So now I want to place a few benches. I just want to place a few more benches. So we're going to click on this. Now there's a little eyedropper tool. If I click on that and select a bench, there we go. Now let me move in here so you can see what's going on. When it's glowing blue like that, you can place it right on the path. Just that simple. There you go. Nice metal benches. Yeah. There we go. And maybe we want to be a little bit asymmetrical. We can do it. I love games like this. Of course, the asymmetricality, is that a word? I don't know. Didn't really help. But we'll put some trash bins here. Maybe this we'll leave this open for a path. Okay. And speaking of we need trash bins, man. Trash bins are really, really important because, well, people litter, but worse, they puke from rides. So this is a way for the janitors to sort of try to keep things clean. Okay, so we have a nice little entrance to our park, a couple little fir trees. I mean, we can mix these up too. There's lots of different fir trees and pine trees and poplars and partridges and pear trees and what have you, right? Okay, so we want to do some more here. Let's do a little bit more decoration, and then we're going to put in and then we'll put in a coaster or something. But let's put a fountain. Let's put a little fountain here. Let's put it at the head of the path, right? So then again, we can go back to this, do our eyedropper so that we're not jumping around all over the place. Well, actually, for paths, that's not going to work. But I could put, again, if we do this, now I've got benches selected, and I could put a bench there if I wanted to. Hit the eyedropper again, and I can put a little trash can there if I want. But instead, we're going to go to pathing again. And here, the paintbrush, by the way, you can paint things a different color. So I have this cobblestone, but maybe, just maybe, I want to change the color of the cobblestone. So maybe I want it to be a sort of, I don't like warm colors, but just to show you, maybe we want a kind of red cobblestone thing. There we go, look at that. We can do that. Or, if we want, we could make a little, let's say, let's get rid of that. There we go. Oh, now it's all white. So let's get back to the pathing. So I guess what I'm trying to, let's fix this back to this original color. There we go. So maybe you want to make this little checkerboard pattern coming into your park, right? I don't know. Could be. So let's click on the eyedropper and let's make sure we've got the right color this time, right? So now we're going to paint, right? And again, I want to make sure I have the right color. There we go. So paint, and hello paint. Yes, there we go. So we can make a maybe, yeah. Why this always happens when I'm trying to do some different things. Okay, we need to have them down first. So there we go. Right, so we can have a little checkerboard pattern, and we can have the Queen of Hearts off with her head, So I think you can already get the sense of just really how much you can do with this game. A lot of fun, and we haven't even put in a ride yet. So we're going to have to get rid of that nasty little white block there. We don't want that. We're not having that, are we? No, we're not. So there we go. So we have a little checkerboard pattern going up there. So this is things that just these little touches and stuff like that. Let's do this, and let's fix that. There we go. That looks better. So now we have our little checkerboard or chessboard entrance. A little fountain right now, looking a little bit. Well, it's just looking like a fountain, isn't it? Right. So, and we can't. It's just a fountain. Okay, so let's put in our first ride. And of course, what's an amusement park going to be without a carousel? So we're going to start that. So first thing we want to do, you can use any order you want. I like to put the rides down first, and then do the pathing to it. So let's put a carousel down. Yeah, this looks about right. Cool. Usually, good idea. You know, when you're playing, you don't want to scare people as they're coming in to your park with high intensity rides. So there we go. Since I'm charging a park admission, and if you want to gouge people, go for it. You can set individual prices for your rides. I usually don't. I usually set a park admission. So if you don't want to do that, you just hit 0. There we go. It's free. Now you have to remember this. A lot of people forget this. I'm going to leave the ride closed for a second until I put in the pathing. Okay, so now we have our ride down, but nothing happening. Actually, sorry, I need to do one thing. Right here, the entrance and exit automatically pop up. So we're going to pop down the entrance, hold the middle mouse button, and if you rotate, just so you can see what you're doing, and let's pull back, and over there we go, right? And then there's the exit. Plunk that down, okay? Then we can go to paths. We don't have to close this window, see, right? The windows float. So we'll bring this up, and let's do our queue line, and everything can be painted here. So we could repaint the carousel, all kinds of stuff. Right now, let's just make our little queue line. So a little trick for veterans, you'll know this, who have played like Rollercoaster Tycoon and stuff like that. You can do a sort of little snaking queue if you want. This is going to be a lower capacity ride, so we're not going to worry about that. So now pathing, guests are going to know to queue up to get on the ride there, and then we just do this. And then the last bit, right, we close this now because we're or close paths because we're done with that. Go with this, click this, and it's open. We can go to settings, select the music. Again, we can paint the ride. And lights, I'll show you lights in a second. We can set maintenance or budget, intervals. So I like to keep my rides maintained as much as possible. So I'm going to set this to 20 minutes and click maintain. Now the thing is, I haven't hired any employees yet, and that's okay because the park's not open. So there is our little carousel. So we are well on our way to amusement park greatness. Let me turn down the volume a little bit here. There we go. Because again, shouting through a mic, a laptop mic, lots of fun. So I should always remember to put in the descriptions of my videos. Turn up the video, or turn up the audio. Turn up your audio. Okay, let's hire. We need to hire staff. So we're going to hire just scads and schloads, if you will, of staff. Doesn't matter where you put them. Okay, so let's go to our staff tab. And again, if you've played Rollercoaster Tycoon, this is familiar to you. So we're going to hire. There you go. So we're going to drop janitors. Janitors, man, you need janitors like crazy. And we can even change the color of their uniforms if we want. So maybe we might want to put a janitor in. There we go. Yeah, look, aqua janitors with green caps. How about that? No fashion sense whatsoever. All right. Haulers. Definitely we need haulers. And we'll hire them in a minute. These people, they get a little bit upset when they don't have anything to do. So we're going to put a few rides in and a few shops. Okay. So, but I'll probably forget. No, I won't forget. I won't forget for you folks. Okay, so look at this, huh? Let's zoom way out. There's our little park. It's on its way. Yeah, it's tiny, but we're getting there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna make us some stuff here. Yes, we are. You can also, and this one took a little bit for me to get used to. As in Rollercoaster Tycoon 1 and 2, and I think even 3, right? You can do bridges and all kinds of stuff. Well, you can also terraform. So maybe I might want to put a big old lake over here if I want. So how cool is that, right? Do that so I can raise the land around it and then put a little lake. We're not going to do that right now, but we will, right? We're not going to worry about buying land, but this is how you buy land. So if you have a scenario where you have just a small amount of land, let's zoom back out here again. Anything outside the fence you don't own. But so perhaps let's say that maybe that fence just came to right here. So you have a very small park and you really build it up with some rides, maybe a little wild mouse and stuff like that. You can buy land. So that was also a feature. But I was talking about pathing. So you can do pathing, you can do bridges and stuff like that. So, but I want to put something on the other side of the carousel. So let's do that. And this is gonna disappear when I put in another path. So let's do a path. And again, we're gonna stay with cobblestone. We can change that. Okay. There we go. And there we go. And there we go. All right, just so that we have somewhere for guests to go. So let's go to rides. And we already have one calm ride in here, so let's put a thrill ride in as well. Let's see, what's fun? G-Lock, I guess that's a fun one. So let's go out here. Let's put G-Lock there. Look at that. That's a nice focus. That's an eye-catching ride right there. So again, it's just basically click and plop. Now again, the idea, and I want to make sure, again, I don't charge for my rides. You can charge what you want. And again, this is all based on guest satisfaction if you care about that. Okay. So let's move this away. And again, here's our little entrances and exits. So we're going to put this here, and you can put these anywhere you want. You actually can. You can even suspend the ride way up in the air and have them walk up steps to get to it. So it's kind of cool if you want to make like winding paths to your roller coasters. So you can do that. And let's just put the exit right there. Okay. Cool. We're not going to open it yet, but again, one nice thing is to make sure your rides are maintained. We can change the color of the ride if we want to. We want a green. Maybe we want a green and I don't know. For any baseball fans there you go. Oakland A's now. Okay. So you can have that, right? We click this, and then maybe underneath another bit of green. So there we go in the seats. So you can do a lot of stuff. You can even use the little paintbrush and go in and paint all kinds of bits and bobs. Also, lights. Check this out. We're going to go to nighttime. You ready for the magic? Woo! No lights here because this isn't open yet. But this is. So parks are beautiful at night. So also we're going to be putting in lamps and stuff. This won't be a long video just because I'm going to try to keep, because the game's really easy to play. And this could end up to be hours and hours and hours because I'll just be obsessively putting all kinds of stuff in, right? Let's go back to daytime. There we go. It is 69 degrees Fahrenheit here. So, yeah, I have to use the Fahrenheit again since I'm moving back to America. Okay, so let's click on this because we can edit, right? Let's go back to our, because we already did this one. So there's nothing to edit yet. See, I'm so nervous, man, because I want this to be a great park. Okay, so again, we're going to put in our queue line. You know what? Maybe this queue line, because our ride's green, perhaps we maybe want to make a green queue for this. So there we go, right? Green queue, right? And we're going to let it snake around, just because I think this might be a little higher capacity ride. Okay, then go to paths, and we're going to go from the exit, and then we can just drag if we want. I want to leave that open there by the fountain. So maybe I want to do some cool things. Down, whoops, no, not there. It's right there, and then you can see it's a little arrow. Let me move in here. So this will tell you which way your path is going to go. So we're going to just right there. But guests can't get to the ride yet until we do this. And what's cool is there, it automatically gives you your little ride entrance. Okay. Now, guests also do get lost. So that's why I just deleted that little bit of pathing. So if you build something, one of the crazy, fun, weird things about this is, let's say you build a coaster and you test it, and the rating is really, really like to the point where people would never go on it because it's way too intense. So you decide to demolish the entire coaster, but you've done something insane, maybe in your absolute confidence, right? You've built all the pathing and everything. Well, when you get rid of the coaster, it doesn't get rid of the pathing, so you're going to have just guests all over the place. Now you can say, well, sure, that's fine, Beatles Eternally, but all I need to do is bulldoze away the paths. Well, yeah, you can do that, but then you have guests, and they're going to be wandering out in the grass. Eventually, they will make their way back onto the paths. It takes forever. Rollercoaster Tycoon veterans, one of the favorite things that we used to do, because we're all sick, and you've all done it. You know you have, and you can do it in this game. If you have some water somewhere, you can pick up a guest and drop them in the water, and yeah, they'll drown. It's yeah, you can have that happen if you want. Okay, so we got our path in, but what are we missing? See if you've been paying attention. Yes, you're absolutely right. We need to open the ride. So here we go. There we go. We only have 2 attractions, nothing terribly exciting, but let's go and open the park. So we click on our entrance, and we've set our fee to €10, $10, £10, whatever you want it to be. Okay, and we are open for business. So the guests are going to start spawning from here. And if you make this a large, large path in the scenario editor or in some of the later scenarios in the Parkitect campaign, there's going to be tons of people coming in. And usually the park is already opened. I talked about painting. We can paint the flowers if we want, man. We can get really weird here. Okay, so let's go to our little paint, right? And yeah, let's do that. Right. Are you ready for this? Cool. We got blue flowers, man. Yeah, maybe over here, maybe we'll put red flowers. Yeah, I know this is the flower simulation. I'm not going to be saving this. This is strictly tutorial. I'm probably build this park up and come back for later tutorials so you can see some coasters and stuff in another video. This is a nice change for me. You know, you guys know I do a lot of videos. I'm trying to branch the channel out, and so especially when I get myself another PC, I'm going to be able to do a lot more stuff above and beyond baseball. I've done a few things already, so you know, I know I'm really I'm loving our little checkerboard effect here. I don't know why. I'm weird. It's true. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. I can be that way because I'm not PewDiePie. I'm not one of the big guys. I don't care what I do. I'm here just to have fun and hoping you guys have fun. That everybody has fun with this. All right. We need some shops. We need some shops. So let's do that. And you want to make sure that you either have your underground pathing set up, right? Or you're going to have these employee paths set up. So I'm going to set up an employee path because they'll stay on the paths. They don't wander off the grass. Okay. So a little pro tip for you there. So we're going to run this here. Now remember, guests don't like to see what's happening behind the scenes. So we're going to build a fence. And instead of trying to find this fence, we're just going to use our eyedropper tool. When we're ready, we'll be able to build this fence. Okay, so now we have this. We're going to build now a couple shops, because you have shops, because people, they get hungry, they've got to use the loo, When it rains, they need umbrellas. Look, you even have cash machines, man. How cool is that? So people will spend more money. So let's put a pizza shop, because pizza, right? All right, I'm going to set this off a path for right now, and we're probably going to lose our little checkerboard thingy. No, we're not. No, we're not. So I'm going to put down that. See, now here you see a little icon. It says not connected to path. But what this means is not only not connected here, but it can't be serviced right now by the haulers. So nothing is going to happen. So in the old Rollercoaster Tycoon, if you had your guest paths already set, and you plunk down a shop, you set your price, and, well, it just opened. Okay. Oh, look, and check it out. We have people on our G-Lock ride, and so we can click on this little dude here. What are you thinking, little dude? Are you having funny? And he says, I want to go on G-Lock. So that's cool, right? Okay, there are no outstanding jobs going on. So let's watch the ride. You can actually click on the ride, click follow. Okay. Which, actually there's a mod, and I haven't installed it. But there is a mod for this. And follow is actually better for roller coasters. But there's a mod where you can actually ride all the rides. I just haven't downloaded it yet. But there we go. So we can zoom in, zoom out. But this is fun with coasters, especially because you actually, it's like a chase cam with the coasters, and you can spin around. Look at that ride. Isn't that cool or what? And nobody's puked yet, right? Because this is awesome. This is good. We're off to a good start. You know what I think it is? I think it's the aqua pathing, guys. There you go. How cool is that, right? Even low poly. It's fun. You know what? Not every game has to be photorealistic. I do have the Rollercoaster Tycoon games. I have Theme Park Designer. A Theme Park Designer is very, very different from this, and maybe I'll showcase that one night. That one has nothing to do with financials. It is strictly for building amusement parks, and it kind of, in a way, goes beyond this, where you can actually even build the flat rides. So with this, you can build coasters, you can build the railroads, the monorails, things like that. In Theme Park Studio, you actually also build the flat rides and stuff like that. The reviews for Theme Park Studio aren't exactly the best. It doesn't have the best interface, I'm sorry to say. One thing that's cool about it is actually designed by a company that designs coasters and flat rides. But it's a little wonky to use. So, and I really haven't messed with it in a long time. So maybe we'll get to that at some point. The other one is Planet Coaster. Its greatest feature probably is the ease by which you can build roller coasters. You want to make those paths match and everything, and if you've kind of got it all bollocksed and everything at the very end, or whatever, you can have Planet Coaster auto finish your roller coaster. It requires a little bit more horsepower than I have on my sweet little my sweet little baseball machine right now. So, I won't be doing Planet Coaster probably till I get back to America and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so anyhow, let's continue with our shops, because these people are going to get hungry. That's a lot of work in our 2 little rides so far in the park. Right now we're losing money. That's pretty normal. We've just opened our park. So we can see where our profits are going up and down, right? And they need to make this a little bit more friendly for people streaming, so we can kind of see what's going on. There we go. I don't like to pop out other windows, that's why I say that. So right now, we're starting to see now, it's in August, so we're going to start seeing it uptick. But when you're building things, okay, obviously you're going to have losses at the very, very beginning. So we can look at all that. We'll get into advertising campaigns in a little bit. Loans, we're not going to need loans. I purposely set this up for the tutorial that we're really not going to need loans. Okay, more shops, you say? Well, absolutely. What goes with pizza? Well, what goes with pizza? Let's see. We don't have, look, we have a lot of rain, don't we? Let's do pizza, and let's do ice cream, and let's zoom in here. You can see now it's you see the little arrow, and it's pointing to starboard. It's pointing to right. If I hit the space bar, there we go. Now it's pointing the correct way, but I can see, right? You can rotate everything in this game, so that's cool. Plunk. Okay, again, it's not connected. We need drinks because people get thirsty. So yeah, let's hit the shop thing. They could leave the shop thing open. I believe you can. Right, they're not doing that right now. And fruit juices, right? Okay, we have some junk food, but come on, we gotta have fruit juices. We gotta have health, right? Health is important. Health is important. So let's do that. There we go. Now we have to make it so that these are stocked. So let's zoom back out. And just so I can see what I'm doing, again, middle mouse, spin the park around. Such power. Here's our depot. So we want to make sure that supplies are going to get from here to here, both by the haulers using the path and where's the stuff coming from, right? So there's our depot, but let's do our pathing. I'm going to show you that. So we have our employee path, third one over, and it will remind you, employee path. And yes, you can even change the color of that. I don't. Let them deal with gray paths. I don't care. Okay, so now they can get to the shops. And we need to haul. We need to actually hire some haulers. We'll do that in a moment. Okay, next thing is our depot. So we're going to click on supply depot, and then so we say shops getting supplied by this depot. Watch how easy this is. Add little dropper. It's right here. There's 1, 2, and 3. So these shops now are going to be supplied by this depot. So the only other thing that we need to do is we click on haulers, and let's hire some haulers. We'll plunk them down. Check out the little dudes, huh? The little dudes! Isn't that funny, yeah? So, yeah, social justice warriors are going to be saying, what do you mean dudes, man? There's women in games too. Yes, there are, right? But it's been the age-old thing in games to talk about, oh, dude, man, only like one man left. And you could be talking about spaceships, and there you go. There's a woman going. There's Florence. Hi, Florence. In fact, we have Florence and Kathy and Billy. So there we go. Cool, huh? And again, we can change their uniforms. Okay, so let's go back here. Let's zoom back out. And you're going to see as these shops get supplied, these are going to disappear. But right now, right, they're still carrying, right, so it's not just one thing that they need. So for pizza, right, you need the mozzarella, you need the sauce, you need the flour, you need all that good stuff. So all of those things, right, for your drink shops, right, these haulers have to bring cups. Now, we talked also, let's make a path so we can start making some money, right? We got to make these shops work. Let's go to the paths. And again, we're just going to pick up, this is already selected. And yes, we're going this way. And yeah, let's do that. And let's do that. And you can do these one at a time, of course. No worries. Okay, you'll see those icons have gone. But let's click and why is this still have an icon? Because it's out of stock. Right? So what's going on here? What is going on? Okay, we need to find out. It's, there's probably some things being delivered. And we have, sometimes the game will do this, have a little hiccup. Okay, there we go. And this is being worked by Kathy Foster. So she's bringing veggies. Because you have to have veggies on your pizza, right? So she's going there. Now, the other thing, there we go. So our shops are open and they're ready to go. They're ready to make some business. But guests don't want to see all this going on now. When I was a kid, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. We saw these people going all over the park, and the janitors running around throwing down sawdust and cat litter and things like that. We didn't care. But apparently now it's a thing to hide. So, workers of the world unite. Karl Marx stands. You got that one, didn't you? Right? So, but yeah, we can't see the workers anymore. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to go, we could go through and look for, our fences and stuff, which fences are customizable. You can build your own structures in this game, I forgot to mention. So we could build hunkin' castles and all kinds of stuff. We're just going to keep for the basics right now. Click our ubiquitous eyedropper. There it is. So now we're ready, okay? So that our precious guests don't see the workers. There we go. So they're hidden from view. And we hit the escape key. That goes away. Tons of fences you can do. As you can see here, we got hedges. We can put lanterns along the paths. All kinds of cool things. Right? But we think about our park for what do people like to do when they eat? Well, they like to sit. So let's give them a couple benches here. Right? And pretty smart, right? Put our benches here. Right? Because they can look and maybe they're going to get, you know what, I want another one of those great smooth drink or smoothie drinks here or whatever those are, fruit juices, right? Well, what's the other thing about us? Well, we make messes, don't we? So let's put down a couple trash bins. I'm sticking with the little sort of black metal motif, but you know, if I want to change those, I guess I could. So we have a nice little thing going here. You can do food courts. You can do all crazy stuff. Now, the other thing with this, which is really nice, is that it has Steam Workshop integration. So we're going to cheat and we're going to put down a honkin' roller coaster in our park because you can't have an amusement park without a roller coaster. So I want to at least put in an operating coaster so I can show you how follow works. Then maybe, I don't know how long this video is going, but maybe we can do a build a coaster in this video or in the next one. You'll see some coasters and then we'll build one. This is just to show you kind of what's going on and the possibilities. And they really are endless. There's so much you can do with this game. It's crazy. And if you go on Steam Workshop, you're going to find just absolutely insane things. They also do, there's a lot of challenges and stuff like that. So it might be build the best inverted coaster or what have you. This game is just absolutely brilliant and it will suck hours away. If you like sim games, if you like sandbox games, it's just really fun, okay? But let's make our park a little bit more exciting. We're not going to plunk in trees and stuff yet like that for theming. We need a roller coaster, man. Now, there's two ways to do that. I've downloaded some coasters from Steam Workshop, which is really, really, really simple to do. Now, those are saved under blueprints. So that is this button. We haven't gotten to that. So if you click on blueprints, there's two ways to build coasters, and I'll show you. Actually, the first way, okay, is we click on rides. We have calm rides, thrill rides, coasters, transport, and water rides. So if we click on coasters, we have coasters that come with the game. So here are their types, and then you'll see, for instance, a little folder that has some included blueprints. Okay, so it does come with some decent stuff. So, and also, I'm pretty sure, let me see, if there's a wing coaster in here, that will tell me that your rides that you brought in from Steam will also be here. So yeah, there's Niflheim. This is yeah. What do we have? We have Salem and Red Alert and the Soaring Eagle. Ooh, that looks nasty, huh? What do you guys think about that? If you look in the window, you can see that it's excitement. Yeah, it's going to go away. So I'm going to keep the mouse moving here so it doesn't go away. You can see 3 ratings: excitement, intensity, and nausea. Excitement, always good. Intensity, nausea, though, you want to keep that low because that's what causes people to puke and they will stay away from your ride. So we're going to put in, what we're going to do is let's say, kind of coaster did I say we're going to do? I have no idea where we are. See, this, kids, is why you should always be more prepared. You know what, we're just going to do a steel coaster. Now, you can see that some of these coasters are already going to have some scenery attached. Well, maybe I don't want to do that. So like this guy here. So you can choose to build it with the included scenery if you want. Or you can do build without scenery and do your own thing. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to build Space-Time Odyssey. So there we get the basic track, the entrance and exit. And just for giggles, let's see, let's do it this way. There we go. Right? Because now it's up near a G-lock. Right? Because the other thing is when you have people coming into your park, you're going to get messages like, a bus has just dropped off people that prefer High intensity rides. Oh, and there we go. Our G-lock's broken. We'll deal with that in a minute. So what we're going to do is we're just going to plunk down this big old coaster. Clunk. All right, and let's close this. Let's go. Let's see what's happening here with the G-lock. So we click on it. We see it's broken. Its restraints are stuck open. So we go to this, and if we go down here, well, look at this. Our maintenance interval is every 45 minutes. So I always suggest knock these down. So 25 is good, and then click on this to maintain. Let's make sure we got that turned on. Yeah, on. Hello. There we go. So hopefully that will take care of that problem. We can increase our budget on the rides. Over time, safety can drop, so you really want to make sure that you do that. You can have minimum wait. You can set your queue times. You can set for wait for anybody in the queue, for half full, for full, or just any not empty, or just any period. I usually leave those on in the early stages of the park. You can synchronize rides to one another. So maybe I could have this G-lock in an Enterprise, and I can have them run in sync so that they're going and stopping at the same time. You could build two side-by-side kind of, if you want to do a racing coaster type thing, and you could sync everything up like that. So you can start to see that we're getting a lot of things going on here. And I know why this isn't getting fixed. The reason this isn't getting fixed is because I haven't hired any mechanics. So let's go in here and let's hire mechanics. And you see there, OSHA in the United States, right? They'd be very happy. So, right, because they've got their little hard hats on, right? So there, look, there we go. So Barbara, let's see, Barbara Smith, there she is. Barbara Smith saying, yeah, go on, hang about. So she's trying to get in there. She's going to fix it. Here comes the rain, but we still haven't built our umbrella shop, but that's okay. Let the blighters get wet is what I say. I don't give a damn. There we go. See, it's fixed. It's done. Do I feel any guilt not having an umbrella shop? Yes, I do, because I want you guys to see the umbrellas popping up. So let's put up an umbrella shop. Let's do that. Where are they? Where are you, umbrella shops? Come on, come on. There we go, umbrellas. Ta-da. Remember, even umbrellas have to be supplied. So what do we do here? We've got to get back employee paths. Something else broke down. Something happened. I don't know what. This. There. Now our haulers are going to bring umbrella supplies. Whatever. So yeah, so that message that we just got was, oh, there's a surplus supply of meat, so decreasing prices by 44%. Okay, cool, thank you for that. So we just click on this, and that goes away. Now, pretty soon, once this is supplied and open and we get more rain, umbrellas are going to pop up all over the place. All right, let's get back to our coaster. We want to open that, but I want to show you something that's really fun. As you know, in Rollercoaster Tycoon, when you build a coaster or whatever, you had to test it. Well, you do that here, but this is really cool the way they do it. So first, let's click on our attraction. Again, because I am a sweet guy, I just do 0, right? I'm not going to charge them. If anything, I'll jack up in the price in the park. Okay? So we're going to close this for right now. And we're going to go back to padding. And we want to put in our little queue line. That's a roller coaster, man. Do we want green? No, we don't, man. Ugh. We could put a black path, like the Black Path of Death or something like that. But let's just make this kind of like just a red, right? So again, using that old, and see here, anything that you place, if it intersects something else, it's going to be red. You won't be able to place it. You're going to get this lousy sound that goes, bloop. Well, it's not going to work. Usually you're going to get a sound, and I'll do that on the passage. So this is going to be a high capacity ride. So one of the tricks that you do, right, is again, make sneaky paths. Because you want long lines, man. You don't want just like 3 or 4 people. See, now again, our carousel, we didn't set the maintenance on that. But also, right, we didn't have any mechanics. Okay, so there's our queue line for our wonderful roller coaster. And then we just go to the regular paths. And let's just run this path out here. And from here, down here, we just want to make sure things are connected. Right? And then the blighters are going to get lost. We're going to do this. That's open. So now we're going to, or it's not open. Now we're going to test it. All right? And this is cool. Where's the station? There's the station. So we have the station. We're going to do this. And instead of just the coaster by itself, Parkitect gives you, that's right, boys and girls, crash test dummies. How cool is that? We got little crash test dummies there. Let's get on with the crash test dummies. There they are. Yeah, you gotta love them. Okay, so we're going to do this, and we're going to click follow. We're going to actually, we could follow, we'll follow this train. That'll be cool. So we've got follow. And we're going to get to follow them through this steel coaster. And we can move the camera while we're doing it. There they go. Our crash test dummies. Taking one for humanity. Taking one for the team. There they go. Ooh, nice, 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 huh? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh, yeah. Nice. Got to watch those lateral G-forces. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. Ooh, another loop. Ooh, nice little bit of hang time there. And back again to the station. So you can run this a few times. There's our umbrellas. See? Umbrella. Nice, huh? So what I'm going to do with this, because this is a coaster I've used before, I know what it can do, whatever, I'm just going to open it. There we go. It's open, so people will start queuing up for this, and they'll start riding it. Again, I didn't install the mod where you can actually ride the rides, but we can at least follow. And this is nice when you're building. And when we build a coaster, you'll see that this adds something that Rollercoaster Tycoon didn't have. That as you're building your track, there's going to be a little kind of, I'm not able to get seasick here, so let's stop following. All you have to do is just move your mouse. There'll be a little sort of transparent train. Right? So one of the things with Rollercoaster Tycoon, until you got to be really, really good with it, is it's like, oh, okay, I've built this. Is my train going to be able to make this next hill, right? Because coasters are all about physics. Of course, you could always cheat and put another lift in. So what this does is it kind of shows a little transparent train, and if it's not working or you're seeing that the turn's too sharp or whatever, then you can adjust your part or your coaster accordingly. So that's a nice little touch. So there we go, people screaming already, happy and stuff. So look at our humble little park. Isn't that nice? Yeah, we only have 3 attractions, 4 shops, a lot of building to do. So yeah, I have. You can see I have a lot of. I'm very ambitious on this. I just wanted to just open up tons of land. So we go up here and whatever. This is your save and options and stuff like that. So we're just going to go to resume for right now. Okay, and we've gone through this. So we can look at our. You can see what's going on. There's views here. Visualizers are nice. So let's move this over and let's see how we're doing so far. Decoration, well, we kind of suck for decoration. We just like different right there. And okay, they kind of like the decoration on the shops. So decoration, we're kind of hurting, right? Rain protection. Well, what do we have for rain protection? Well, thanks to right, our employees are fine. Okay. But because we only have one ride with the roof, you can actually build roofs over your rides. So if I wanted to, I could build a roof over our little G-lock here. Because during thunderstorms, people won't get on rides. The park won't allow that. So, but with rain protection, you want to give people places to go so you can keep generating revenue if that's what you want to do. How are we doing on trash? Let's visualize trash. Okay, we're pretty good. Maybe a little bit of right there, but not worried about that. Vandalism, we haven't hired any cops, but vandalism, not a problem. So see there, we have this. Click on that. Not letting new guests on the ride until the thunderstorm is over. So that's kind of It's actually very real life. When I used to work in the industry, that's exactly what we would do, especially for the coasters. You can pin this view if you want as your build. So that's not going to go anywhere. You can kind of just leave it pinned, but we'll unpin it and get rid of it. So there's our little humble. All kinds of things that we can do. We've hardly scratched the surface. Hardly scratched the surface whatsoever. Maybe we want to do, oh, I don't know. You know, we don't have a bathroom in our park, man. A loo, a kasi, a WC, badkamer, as they would say here in this country. So we don't have any of that, do we? The what's it, whatever you want to call it. We don't have that, but maybe next one. But let's go. Well, it's already. So let's go night and see. Look, ooh. Look, we have lights. We don't have lights on our coaster. What are we gonna do about that when it's dark? Right, so you can hardly see our roller coaster. But look at the lights. Aren't the lights cool? Huh? This is awesome. You can disable lights or do whatever. But trust me, lights are cool. But we want to highlight, and we need to put paths because this is dark, man. This is dark. Parks are also open all year round, so which is kind of nice, right? But we wanna put some little highlights around our coaster. So let's do that. And let's just spin. All right, and let's go to Park Deco. Go to this. And what do we want to look for here? We have effects. We can put fire jets around if we want. Spark emitters, smoke emitters, water jets. We can do all that kind of stuff. We have all kinds of lamps that we can do. But what I'm looking for in particular, let's see if I can find it. Where are you, lads? There we are. Spotlights. So we have spotlights. We have all kinds of stuff. So let's do a 45-degree upward straight. So we're going to pick these, right? So here's what's cool, and this is when you want to set things to dark, and you do by clicking here, right? Lights, dark. Ooh. Again, that's our little thing. We can see where the lights kind of shimmering, but we want it on the coaster. So if we do this, look at that. Ooh, nice. Let's zoom out so you can see what it's doing. So we want to highlight the coaster at night. Let's put down another one. See how the light path is just going, where it's going. It's always kind of a good idea to sort of place these closer. You might want to put in a little flat ride in here, like a Ferris wheel or something. So you can do what you want. It's a little bit of light there. It's fine. So see, already we have our coaster. It just told us our game. The game does autosave. So, yeah, we want to highlight the path a little bit. We can do that. Oh, let's just take it there. Let's just get another one of those loops. So now we don't have any lanterns, no lights in our parks yet or anything like that. Just the lights from the rides. Okay, pretty much, and whatever's going on there with our path. So we could put some lamps. Let's put some lamps because why not, right? Because lamps. People need to see. So let's go to Deco. And we want to go to path attachments. Spotlights and path lamps are different things. So spotlights can kind of go anywhere, as you can see. Oh, heck, let's just do another one over there. Why not? Okay. Nice looking so far, I'd say. Because you want that scene at night. Okay? But let's go to paths. And we want lamps, man. We want lamps. So we got a ton of lamps that we can do here. Well, okay. Yeah, it's a ton. It's cool. I kind of like these, kind of makes me think that you can, this is somebody going around lighting gas lamps or something. So again, you see it's glowing blue, so I can just go left mouse button and click it. There it is. You're already getting a nice ambiance. You don't have to put them that close, so you can see, or it's really bright. But you can do what you want. I mean, do what you want. Right? This is your park, man. fun with it. Let's put some lights in our plaza here. Yeah, it's important. Okay, we're gonna lose a bench here, but that's okay. Plunk. And I don't know, what about right here? And one here. Here we go. So we have a nice little entrance to our park. So kind of nice little mood here. Maybe we need a little bit of light here. Lovely to hear the people scream, because you know what that means. They're having fun, money, all that kind of stuff. So we have our lights up here. Also, lights help against vandalism. So let's just plop a couple lights down here. This is pretty good. Maybe one here right at the corner. So cool. Let's close this. Let's look around at our lighting. Not bad. Yeah, we'll worry about the poor blighters later. Let's see, we have the lights on here in the shops, except for the drinks place. Don't know why. They're still making money, so that's fine with me. Even look, nice little touching. Look, you get little nice light, little reflections off these metal cans and stuff like that. So nice little things. So it's a spiritual successor to Rollercoaster Tycoon. This dude, man, he's having a rough day. What's the deal with this guy? What's he thinking about, man? He said the steel the coaster was awesome, though, so he liked it. But he wants something from fruit juices, and that's where he's going. So cool. I'm sitting down. Do what you want with this game. It's so much fun. There's so much more I can show you, and we'll do that in some future tutorials. Or not tutorials, but just Let's Plays or Let's Learns. And I think I'll call this Let's Learn. Funny as I say that, it's already going to be in the title. So maybe the next time we come back and visit our park, it may look a little bit different. Maybe I'll load in a different save game where I have a ton of stuff already built up. Maybe what we'll do is we'll start building a multi-tier park, an amusement park on top of an amusement park. So there's our sweet little park. Right. There we go. There it is. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in for our Let's Learn. This is Parkitect. It is available, new released on Steam. It's $19.99, I believe. I'll provide the link. I don't know. It could be. Steam Winter Sale coming up, and even though this is a new game, it could very well go on sale. But for the hours, I only have like 8 hours in it, but those are like 8, like sort of straight hours. You can get really lost in this game. It's really a blast. And yes, you can even name your park. So ours is Arda. I'm really proud of it. I don't know if I'm going to keep this or not. We'll see. But that's, yeah. This is our first little Let's Learn Parkitect. So, nice steel coaster, a G-lock, a carousel, 4 shops, little checkerboard thing happening, fountain, our blue flowers. Life is good. Coming up on Christmas, but we can still. Let's go back to the daylights. And there we go. Just like magic. There's our park. So the next time we're gonna see maybe some different things. We're gonna get into coaster building, stuff like that. But remember, the Steam Workshop integration is great with this thing. Very, very seamless. If you have some time on your hands and you love to build, you love to have fun, yeah, this is cool. Oh, one more thing I should show you, right? We have all this grass. We don't always have to have grass if we don't want to have grass. We can do things like repaint terrain if we want. So, you know, the type of terrain. What kind of type of terrain do we want? I don't know, maybe, no, it's not, we don't have any really trees shedding anymore, but maybe just some dirt. We can plunk some dirt around here, but let's terraform here a little bit first. So maybe we put some hills around here, and we drag, and we drag, and we drag, and we drag, and we drag. There we go. So maybe at the top in our little hill, maybe we want to create just, oh, I don't know, how about a little snow peak up here? Who cares? There we go. So, and this is more like a painting sort of thing, right? So there you go. Yeah, it's not photorealistic, but come on. You know what? It's the game that counts. It's the gameplay. And the gameplay is a joy. You know, graphics, sure, icing on the cake, whatever. So there, we have our little sort of mountain going on there. I think you get the sense of what we could do with this game and what you can do. Zoom way out, get a nice view of your park. It's tiny, but it'll build. Things take time, right? Things take time. But we're doing okay. We have 79 happy guests in the park. Sure, we're still losing money. We're still losing money. It's okay. It's alright. We're going to be fine. Okay? Right? We're going to be alright. See, we had a downward tick here, like on ride admissions, but now we got the upward tick, so it's cool. Now, these people are a bit cheap, aren't they? Right? So they're like, maybe they're not so happy with the park admission. Can't completely blame them, though, because, well, I don't have a lot of stuff going on. Next, we're going to talk about, in the next Let's Learn, we're going to do campaigns. So you can spotlight all kinds of different attractions you park yourself, right? And so you can choose the types of advertisements or what you're going to do, right? The type of advertising, so flyers, bus tops, you can definitely tell that this is UK, right? Radio, billboards, social media, television. You can choose how long you want to run the campaign. So we'll do that in our next Let's Learn, right? Cool. So this is Beatles Eternally thanking you, and we're gonna leave our little game here, and we're just gonna quit and just do that. And so we're out of there. Black screen of death. And let's there's our scenario editor. We'll go over that in another Let's Learn. If you want to learn, of course, learning this on your own, you can play tutorial, and then there's a ton of scenarios. The very first tutorial is actually really fun because it gives you a completely functional park, and you can kind of go in with something that's already making money, and it has tons of rides, and you can go in and play, do things, demolish things. And then as you move on, you have goals you have to meet. And you can see here in the background. So like if you would click on that, there's the first park, and then the second, and you move, and then you have a kind of fog of war, I suppose, whatever. So, and here's people doing things here like building and stuff like that. And you can rate up, rate down, whatever. You can put your own stuff up there on Steam, whatever you want to do. The developers are you can just tell there's a real sense of joy, a real sense of fun. And how can you not have a real sense of fun with a game like this? So this is Parkitect. This is the spiritual successor of the classic Rollercoaster Tycoon series, given a little bit more than just a fresh coat of paint. We haven't even gotten into the really complex stuff like not only building coasters, but building our own structures. Maybe behind that little hill, maybe we want to build a castle. I don't know. We can kind of do what we want. We also have to remember we don't have a loo in our park. So I don't know. We'll have to fix that. Luckily, the game doesn't keep running while you're offline, as some games do. Anyhow, this is Beatles Eternally. Let's quit. And I want to thank you for hanging out. And we have this black screen now, so I'm just going to say to everybody, keep looking up. And we'll catch you in the next Let's Learn. And I'll be streaming some baseball as well. Take care, everybody. Bye.